Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on the ice. Brought to you by Dokes Book Fuels, Case Financial Group, Toby Hockey, and of course our friends at Paddlemountain Hockey Academy. Tonight's guests are a little bit northwest of us, northwestern Ontario, if you will, playing for the Thunder Bay U15 Kings AAA program. Chase and Easton. Chase the goaltender, Easton the mighty forward, with the left shot. So he's joining me tonight to discuss their first year in the GTHL, as well as that year of facing or into different styles of camps and programs and priority camps north and south of the border. We're going to talk to Chase and Easton for the love of the game of hockey, as well as what they do off the ice that improves their game and just makes them just regular teenagers, if you will. So I hope you enjoy the conversation as much as I will, because tonight's guests, Chase Furlong and Easton Mikus, here on the ice. As promised, joining me this evening, goaltender Chase Furlong. And is it left wing or center, Easton, that you play? Just said forward on the score sheet.
Yeah, I play center.
Play center. And I say your last name correctly?
Yeah, Mikus.
Do you get your last name butchered just as much as mine do?
No, not too many times, actually.
It's okay? Good.
Yeah.
And Furlong reminds you of Eddie Furlong. Chase, you know who Eddie Furlong is?
No, I don't. No.
Yeah, he's an actor. We'll just leave it alone. He's look up Terminator 2.
Okay.
That's a good one. There you go. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me tonight. How are we doing? Are we in the confines of Thunder Bay, Ontario, hanging out?
Yep.
And good to have you. How are we looking forward to the end of school? We're almost there, right, guys?
Yep, about 2 weeks, I think, or 3 weeks, I think. So, yes, looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with you, Easton. We'll start off with some player profiles. Give us a bit of a highlight of what would be on the back of your Upper Deck sport card if it was out this year.
Okay. For points, I'm not too sure where I stand at that. I was probably around 30 goals, maybe 20 assists throughout the year, around there at least. And then for my description, I would say I'm a 200-foot player, or I try to help out Chase as much as I can. Would also score the odd goal there and help out the team create chances in front of the net too. So I try to be a 200-foot player.
Excellent. And number 17, right?
Yep. Yeah, that was my number this year.
Have you always been number 17 growing up?
No, my number is usually 13, but for some reason they didn't make it the past few years I've been playing Kings, so never had the chance to wear it.
Well, maybe next year, right?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Better be. Maybe I'll put a word into the boys there at the front office. Make sure there's a 13 available for the U16 teams. How about?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Hey, I'll put I got a little bit of pull, not a lot. I can't promise anything, Easton. Chase yourself. Number 30 in the net. Number one,
Yes.
Number two. You guys split time this year. Give me what would be on the back of your player profile card.
All right. About stand 5'9", about 100 for 150 pounds probably. Yeah, just try and do my job and stop pucks.
Try and do my job and stop pucks. I like it.
Yeah.
What if you didn't stop pucks? Would you pick a different position, Chase?
Nope, because not very good at skating. So yeah, just stick to what I do best.
The blue paint is just enough paint to skate around in, and
That's
maybe
right.
behind the net the odd time. And then if you're ever down a goal, you can bull rush it 130 feet to the bench, right?
That's right.
There we go. There we go. Easton, I got to ask you this question. Why hockey? Why did hockey become your passion? And tell me some of the other sports you played growing up or continue to play in Thunder Bay.
Well, growing up, I always was a pretty active kid. I played tons of baseball, mainly hockey and baseball, but also threw in golf and basketball in there. I played baseball for the Lakers, the AAA team we have down here in Thunder Bay, up until this year. And then I decided it was a better decision to focus on hockey coming up in my minor year. And I I always loved baseball. Tons of memories. A lot of new friends I made from playing different sports, and now I just enjoy hockey the most. So that's what I went with.
Chase, yourself, what kind of sports do you play outside of being on a 200-foot rink?
Baseball as well. I played with Easton for a year, so in baseball, and played a little bit of soccer growing up when I was living in Dryden. Yeah, those two, and I play just kind of all around whenever I get the chance, but mostly those two sports outside of hockey.
So you both played baseball. What positions do we play on the field?
Chase, you go first.
I was a catcher. Yep, because it kind of correlates, I guess, kind of similar, I guess, with the hand-eye coordination. I enjoyed it, so yeah, I was a catcher.
And for yourself, Easton?
Yeah, for me, I switched in between pitcher and shortstop. Not many other positions from there.
Very cool. Tell me the importance of playing other sports, and you said hand-eye coordination, but also conditioning, strength conditioning, just using different muscle groups and being ready all the time, but also giving a chance to your hockey mind to kind of hit the reset button a bit. How important is that for young athletes? Start with you there, Chase.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great. Other sports, especially, it's good to play more than one sport. I think just overall, just to have a fresh mind, and I think if you put too much focus into one thing, and I just think it's important to play a collective amount of sports and overall just experience more than just one thing.
Easton, if the schedule allowed, would you still play baseball?
Well, that was mainly the reason why I had to focus on hockey. The schedule was backing up there, so I didn't have much of an option to play both sports. Pretty busy, so.
Absolutely. No, I totally understand. When you hit that age, you're both at that 15-year level, there's a lot of different opportunities that arise from playing hockey, and we've realized that it becomes a 12-month commitment. It's a 12-month sport. So certainly kudos to both of you. Looking forward, looking ahead this year, how great was it to be back on the ice, Easton, having a bit of a break that was, a bit of a break that we didn't really want to see?
Yeah, for me, the break was a little too long. But during that time, I didn't have much ice time. We had an outdoor rink out of my camp, but that was about all I got. So usually I was just working out during the summer, but getting ready for the season coming up. And then coming back was I don't know. I didn't find it too hard of a adjustment to play hockey again, but I didn't mind it whatsoever.
Did anything change in your skating stride? Did you forget how to skate at all? Were you on the ice during the 18-20 months break? How did you keep yourself busy, Easton? Like more gym time?
Well, maybe the first few practices I was a little rusty from such a long break. 2 years, a long time. But I played sports during that time. Not tons of hockey though. Like I was playing basketball, golf, and baseball throughout that whole time.
Yeah. Jason, do you remember how to stop a puck?
Not for a little bit when I first came back. No, I admit I was a little bit rusty, and especially for a goalie, I think just like when you're off for a period of time, it's just some of your tracking's off and the timing's off when you first come back. But I got used to it again, and it was good.
Now, how many years have the both of you played on the same team together?
I think since our second year Pee Wee when we first played Kings together.
Okay. And then Chase, you said you were living in Dryden beforehand, correct? Did you play
Yes,
for Thunder Bay as well or no?
Yes. So no, so basically I played. I lived in Dryden. I grew up in Dryden, and played first 2 years of Atom hockey there, just AA, and then decided to come up here to try out for the Kings my first year Pee Wee, and we made it here. So we just moved to Thunder Bay, and that kind of story.
How impressive or how important is it to have Kings hockey in Thunder Bay, and what does it mean for the community? Chase, let's start with you. What does hockey mean to Thunder Bay?
I think hockey I know it's the plain answer, but it just brings us all together. Like I've made so many friendships, and and just had so many great experiences playing with all my buddies and being able to go down to Toronto and just overall, like when we're playing down those games and just building that brotherhood with all the guys. And it's really changed me as a person, and I'm very grateful for it.
Easton, how many of your players, your current teammates, have played together over the last several years together? Can you give me like a ballpark number? Has it been like 50%, 75%, all of them?
Oh, yeah. So a few of the guys played double A together, but I think FHC is where we most met each other when we were pretty young, maybe 10, 11 years old, maybe even younger. And ever since then, I would say a good handful of guys, maybe 7 or 8, probably more, we've all been playing together since then.
So, Easton, last question, set of questions before we go to break here. I'll start with you. When you heard news that Thunder Bay Kings AAA program was accepted to go to the GTHL, what was your first thought and your first emotion that you thought of when you heard this news?
I was just pumped to hear that because the experience you get down there is unmatchable. It's unreal, and you're playing against maybe future NHLers. Well, for sure, there's going to be some, and all the experiences was just it was unreal. Traveling with your buddies, tons of fun, and made a lot of memories.
Chase, I'm going to answer the similar question to you. Obviously, playing Kings not playing the last little bit, but what was your take on hearing the news playing in the GTHL and just knowing that you're playing in a different geography of Ontario with just that different of a talent pool?
Yeah, obviously, when that was announced, I was super stoked, and I'm sure everybody else was, and just playing down there, like playing with those guys, and it just grows you as a hockey player, and it just really wakes you up, and just being able to, just experience playing against how skilled those guys are, because it just shows you the talent that's out there in the world, and it's really, it's amazing, and I'm glad we went down there and competed, and hopefully next year we're looking for an even better year, and so I'm excited for the future, and just keep moving forward.
Did you miss this year? This is for both of you. Did you miss this year not playing in the United States and the opportunity to play in the normal showcases and tournaments you would have competed in? Easton?
Well, since we missed out on that aspect of it, I think the GTHL made up for it, and even more. So I didn't think about it much. And then for spring hockey, just a few weeks ago, we got to go down to Duluth and play a quick little tournament, which was tons of fun.
Chase, what was it like for you this year playing strictly in Ontario, but then having that opportunity in the spring?
Oh, it was great. I think, yes, obviously we weren't able to go down to the States this year, but I think definitely made up for it being able to play in the GTHL. I believe that's the best league in the world. And so, that was just a great experience. And then, like Easton said, we just headed down to Duluth with our FHC team and played a little tournament down there. So that was good.
How did we end up doing in Duluth?
We ended up winning.
Yep, we won. Yeah.
Right on. Was it weird playing across the border, or is it just like once you get on the ice, there's no difference? It's just two teams playing hockey. One's got to win, one's got to lose. Hopefully we end up on the dub side and move on to the next, right?
Well, yeah, most of our games, we did pretty well in most of our games. The competition, it was an open division tournament. So there was some good teams and some other teams, and we happened to be one of the better teams, so it worked out well.
Okay. Let's take a quick break, boys. We'll be right back here on the ice with Chase Furlong and Easton Mikus as we talk more about the GTHL and what their off-season, or their after-season looked like this 2022 season. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Back with Easton Mikus, and there's Chase Furlong. Boys, do you fish at all? Is there lots of good fishing in Thunder Bay?
I'm not a fisherman. I don't know. I don't have the patience for fishing, so I don't know. And I'm not very good at it. So
Easton?
I don't really mind fishing when I'm out there on a good lake, but unfortunately, my camp doesn't really have tons of fish in it, so I'm not really big into it.
Right on. Did you enjoy the plane rides to Toronto this year, Easton?
Yeah, it was tons of fun. We had a charter plane, so it was a great experience to be on that. We were treated like professionals, which is no, it was the experience was unreal. So yeah, I loved it.
Chase, how important was it knowing that you were playing anywhere up to 4 to 5 games on a weekend? How important was the planning, the rest, the nutrition by your coaches and assistant coaches and all your trainers?
super important. Super important. Yeah, sometimes when you go down there and you get into your, like you said, you're playing 4 or 5 games a weekend. Sometimes it can be grueling on the body, and sometimes it's tough. So I think like you said, like nutrition and just getting good sleep and hydration and all those things are super important. Just take care of your body and also the mindset. Yeah, you just gotta have that confidence and just keep rolling because I think yeah, your mindset can definitely it can definitely bring you up and it can definitely bring you down, right? So I believe, yeah, that's also super important.
And Chase, it's got to be a little harder for you as a goaltender because you split time basically 50-50 this year, correct, with the other netminder?
Yes. Yep.
So when you aren't playing a game, you still have to be focused just in case, right?
That's 100% right. Yeah, you just gotta prepare for every single game the same, and yeah, and I like we as goaltenders we all have tough games, especially when you're playing in a league like that. So I gotta be ready if the other guy's having a tough game and he's got to be ready if I'm having a tough game to go in or if injuries or anything like that, right? So yes, you're 100% right, and just prepare for every single game the same. So.
Easton, I got to ask you this question too, a little differently. How important is it the off time between games? Do you study film? Do you prepare differently, knowing that you have a next game literally within 8 to 10 hours upcoming?
Well, yeah, usually if I'm not or I do something wrong, I'll always try and change it the next game. I'll either change the way I prepare, maybe I didn't prepare as well. But usually I don't change much. I'll just try and get as focused as possible and get ready for the game.
Of all the teams you played this year in the GTHL, Easton first, who was your favorite team to play against and why?
I know this is kind of odd, but I would say the Junior Canadians. We lost to them every time, but the talent on that team was unreal, and it was good to see what I got to keep up with. And if I want to have somewhat a career in hockey, if I'm lucky enough, I got to keep up with them.
Chase, same question to you, my friend.
I gotta go with Easton here. I gotta probably say Jersey. Yeah, those guys are just talented, man. I mean, some of the best kids in the world, and it's always just it's awesome to be able to be on the ice with those kids, but at the same time, like you also got to be in that competitive mindset and believe that you can compete with those kids and yeah. So I mean, we had our tough games against them. Some games, I mean, we were in for a while and we played very well. So I think that yeah, definitely playing against that team or just the better teams in the league was definitely awesome.
Chase, would you say that the caliber of hockey was just next level this year? And by seeing it this year, will it make you more prepared for the next?
Yes, definitely. Yes, down there, obviously, it's unreal, and the pace and just the skill is just level. It just has levels, and I believe that after getting a year under our belt this year, yeah, I definitely believe being able to go down there and get the experience and play at that pace for an entire year is just, it's definitely just a stepping stone towards next year and having a successful year next year.
Easton, I got to ask you this question. You talked about the Junior Canadians, how you lost to them each and every time. What is explain to the younger audience the importance of the lessons learned in a defeat as opposed to consistently winning and winning and winning?
Well, you learn, in my opinion, you learn tons about losing. You got to learn how to lose eventually. And this year we learned how to bounce back from losses. And without losing, you're never going to adjust. And if you've been winning your whole life, and you're not going to get used to losing. So when you do lose, it's going to hit you a lot harder.
A little adversity never hurt anybody, correct?
Yeah.
There we go. So, gentlemen, we went last month to Duluth, did very well in that open tournament. We also headed to a USHL combine effort. Chase, talk to me a little bit about that scenario and what it meant for you to experience it and to, as a 15-year-old, looking forward to seeing what your future may entail.
Yeah, so the combine was, it was awesome. I love the experience. I thought it was good to be able to play with some different guys and go down to the States. I noticed the guys in the States play a little bit different style of hockey than here, so that was definitely interesting, and it's good to just get some exposure down there, I believe. And so yeah, I enjoyed the experience.
What was different from your perspective, Chase? Now, obviously, a goaltender's main objective is to stop pucks. That doesn't change between the pipes. But was it the style of shooting? Was it the play in front of you that you had to get used to from the American players? What was the biggest transition or thing you needed to adjust to immediately?
The biggest thing that I noticed when I went down there is that one thing that in Canada, and I think it's just the styles of hockey, is that we play a little bit with those bigger guys and kind of like crashing the net and banging in pucks and tips and screens, and not that doesn't exist down in the States. But one of the biggest thing I noticed, they have a little bit smaller guys and it's about more skill down there. And I think neither style is better nor worse than the other, I believe. I just think it's just a different style. They have a little bit smaller guys who are shiftier, and I think there's definitely a lot. When I was down in the I noticed there was a lot smaller kids who are skilled, and I think that was just the biggest difference in the hockey style.
Easton, you must have towered over everybody then.
Yeah, there was the odd big kid here and there, but tons of small, shifty, very skilled players for sure.
How about for you getting used to? I mean, did you go down with any other of your current playing roster with you, or is it just mostly yourself and a couple of guys?
That went down to the USHL?
Yeah.
It was just me and Chase.
So just the two of you. So you had to get used to brand new line mates over a 48-hour period?
Yeah.
How did that work for you?
Well, they were great guys to start with, and we sort of the coaches made the lines just from scratch, sort of, but as the weekend went on, we got better and better together, and we started setting up plays, and it ended up working well.
So you considered at the beginning of this episode, we talked about you being the 200-foot player. Did you find yourself more the goal scorer, more the assist guy, or the one that was more like the checker, making sure that I was covering everybody's loose ends?
Well, in the combine, I was sort of trying to score more goals than usual, trying to promote myself as best as I could, and I didn't change my game that much, but I was definitely trying to create some more points.
Is that hard for both of you? I'm going to start with you, Chase, on this. Is it? I mean, as a goaltender, it's not very difficult to keep your game because your objective is to stop pucks. And I mean, the little things like stopping a play behind the net or a dump and chase, using your stick. What part of your game did you really enjoy now, and what part needs to be worked on over the course of the next season?
I think when you're saying I think the thing that I was trying to emphasize, I guess, when I was down in the USHL combine was probably just little things like in my technique, just making sure that I know, and you guys might understand this, but for me, it's go eyes going first every puck and getting my head on it, so then I can just show that I'm making proper reads to scouts or anybody who's watching, and then. I think that for next season and moving forward, one thing that I'd really like to try and improve on is when I'm playing the puck or stopping it or anything like that, just getting my head up and reading the play better and assessing it so I can make the best play possible, or the pass, or to set it up. So that's probably what I'm looking forward to changing in my game.
Easton, you definitely scored more goals than assists this year. And you certainly are the goal scorer per se, second in the team. What part of your game needs to improve for next year so the 16 AAA program can compete that much better in the GTHL?
Well, from what I noticed from my game is I just got to be quicker on the puck. These kids in the GTHL, they're all super quick. They all have great hands, and I got to keep up with that. So that's two things I noticed was my speed and hands got to be a touch better.
So the speed is legs. Chase, you probably do about 13,000 up downs a day, right? Give or take, you know. Do either of you miss leg day in the gym?
Never.
No, I enjoy it.
Okay, let's put you on the spot here. Which one of your teammates would be like, I'm going to skip leg day today?
I don't think we have too many. I think everybody likes training hard and getting ready for the season.
There you go. Chase and Easton, I'm going to ask Chase this question. Hand-eye coordination, quick hands. What's your favorite tool or routine that you like to prepare with to get your hands fast and ready?
I like before games, especially using like the racket balls, just throwing them against the wall, and I got a little routine going before games. So I think that just gets my hand-eye coordination warmed up pretty well.
Is it better when you have a smooth wall or one of those brick walls that has a little cracks in them? Which one do you prefer?
A smooth wall, definitely. Yeah, definitely a smooth wall.
Gotcha. Easton, yourself, I mean, quick hands, I mean, it got to be key. What do you and your teammates work on to keep up, to get the hands as fast as possible?
We usually have warm-ups before the games. I don't personally do anything special. I'll just listen to music and get in the zone, and then usually when I'm getting ready for the game, it'll be on the ice during warm-ups.
Okay, so you're a warm-up kind of guy. Just don't give me too much to do. Just I'm ready to get on the ice. Okay, I got that.
Yeah, I just try and stay focused.
Good segue into the last part of our show, gentlemen, the Fast Five. I get to ask you 5 quick questions to each of you, and then you get to answer them with the quickest response possible. Are you ready, gentlemen?
Ready.
Here we go. You've been waiting 27 and a half minutes for this part because this is the fun time. Chase, let's start with you. Your favorite goaltender to watch on TV and why?
Okay, UC Soros. I love watching UC Soros because he's a bit shorter like me, but just super technical and just finds ways to make pucks hit him. So definitely UC Soros.
Easton, your favorite goal scorer to watch?
100% Patrick Kane. He shows tons of skill, and he's on my favorite team right now. So Chicago Blackhawks, yeah.
Gotcha. You also got the hair for it too. I don't. You do. I'll be honest about that one. Chase, quick question for you. Number 2. Are you ready? Pre-game meal. Anything you can have. What would it be?
Penne pasta with red sauce and then chicken. Love that. Been eating that before games for forever. So definitely go with that.
Easton?
If I'm at my house and I could make whatever I want, it'll usually just be a light smoothie before. But if we're at a restaurant with a team on the weekend, I'll probably get pasta if I can.
Okay. Question 3. You're getting in the zone. You're getting ready for the game. Easton, you mentioned that we listen to music. What's playing? What's on Easton's playlist? Song of choice.
Well, I don't really have a particular song that I love and always listen to. But my style of music is rap.
Okay. Old school rap or new school rap? I'm a little old school.
No, new school.
New school. So we're talking like Kanye? Are we talking Jay-Z? Are we talking a little bit newer like Drake?
A little bit newer, yeah. Drake sort of thing, yeah.
Okay. See, Drake isn't Drake. Drake is like Degrassi to me. I don't know him other than Degrassi. So enough of that. Chase, yourself, you get in the zone, got some tunes playing. What's your play choice there?
I don't listen to music before the game. I honestly, I know a lot of guys, goalies especially, like wear headphones or AirPods before the game. But no, I don't wear anything. I don't listen to anybody. I just listen to the speaker in the room. So see, I just go in silence, I guess.
We're sticking with you, Chase. Do you have any superstitions you could share with us? And if you do and you can share them, give us one.
Have no superstitions. I am very strict with the stuff. Like I like to have the same warm up. But no real superstitions. You won't see me going out on the ice doing anything irregular or anything like that. I'm just kind of just go out there, do my thing. But yes, I would say I'm strict with my warm up. I don't want anybody messing that up, or I don't want anything different. I just want the same warm up every time. But no, nothing. Nothing too different. I've heard
You don't tap the post X amount of times after the end of a period, or go for a skate to the left if you make a save and a right if you let one in, kind of thing.
Not really. No, and I know I'm boring. I know it's a boring answer, but no, nothing really. Just get scored on, just reset the mind, and just go back to work.
Easton, any superstitions for yourself?
No, I'm the exact same as Chase. I like to keep my warm up the same, and I'll usually tape my stick before every game, keep it fresh, and that's about it for me.
Okay. Black or white tape, Easton?
White for sure, but I pat it down with a puck, so I guess there's a little black in there.
So you put the puck marks on it to kind of camouflage it a little bit?
Yeah, I don't know why I do it. I just started doing it one day, and I stuck with it.
I do it all the time too. Except my stick, I don't need tape anymore. It's just diamond blade and very sticky, so it's very cool. Chase, if you could travel anywhere in the world non-hockey related, where would you go? And would you take your family?
Probably on a cruise in the Caribbean. I don't think I've been on a cruise as long as I can remember as a human, so I'm sure I've gone on one when I was like 3, but I'd like to go on a cruise. Yeah, with my family there.
There we go. Easton, yourself, non-hockey related, where would you like to go in the world?
For me, there's no reason why, but I just say Florida just because it's a super nice place, beach and everything, but I have no reason, so I'll just say Florida.
Both want sand and beach and sunshine and the tropics. I like that. Okay. Last one for you, gentlemen, before we say our thank yous. Easton, give us one message to the younger kids who may be struggling with hockey, but, want to tell them to never give up. What would you say to them?
Well, for me, I thought that I got a lot better throughout this year. I felt like all my improvement came from this year, and just keep working on it, and you always get better for sure. You know that.
Chase, if you had to give a young netminder who's having a rough week or a couple of months and you're just down on the dreads, how could you pick them up?
Just keep going. Just keep going. Oh, boy. Especially as a goalie, I mean, the lows are low, but the highs are high, and just keep going, man. Don't give up on yourself. Just keep working, and sometimes it's going to suck, and sometimes you're going to want to quit, but just stick with it. And it'll definitely in the long run, it'll benefit you. So keep going.
Really appreciate the words, gentlemen. Last but not least, a couple of thank yous to whoever you would like. 30 seconds belong to you. Let's start with you, Chase.
All right. Thanks to my parents, I guess, for allowing me to, on this hockey journey, because without them, it's obviously going to be pretty tough. Thanks to my coaches from this year, and I don't want to go through names because I don't want to miss anybody, but thanks to all of you, you know who you are, and thanks to you for this opportunity. So thank you.
Easton?
It all started with my parents, so huge thank you to them for getting me into hockey. All the coaches who ran the teams and supported me through it and helped me get better, and then teammates, because without teammates, what team you have, right? So 100% teammates as well.
Love that. That's fantastic. Great way to end the show, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Both of you, so humble gentlemen. Really appreciate the time. Great to have you both on the show. My first two 15-year-old U15 Thunder Bay Kings. Good luck next season. Enjoy the off season. Maybe pick up a fishing rod. Don't skip legs, of course. We never want to skip legs. And as always, enjoy the summertime in Thunder Bay. And thank you very much, gentlemen. Have a great rest of the evening.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you much.
And that is Chase Furlong and Easton Mikus here from the U15 Thunder Bay Kings. Thanks for joining us here on the ice, bringing more goodness to the greatness here on ASTV. We'll be back on Thursday as we start to look at the Brick Invitational 2022 coaching lineup. We should have a couple of coaches, if not for sure one of them, on Thursday. Thanks for watching again. We'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Take care of your neighbors the next couple of days and enjoy that sunshine. Bye-bye for now. Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mountain Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.